Hello and welcome to my content creation room slash office tour slash desk tour. It's been a long time coming with this room. It used to be the spare room. I was obviously getting no use out of it in lockdown. So it's my office now and I absolutely love it. It's been like this now for about 6 to 8 weeks, I would say. And the value that it has given me in terms of my work has been absolutely massive. My social media work really took off at the beginning of lockdown and my modelling died. And I've never had a working space, so it seemed like the perfect time to seriously invest. As someone who is quite tight-fisted, I wanted to make sure that I did as much research as possible, so I knew that I was buying the best equipment and spending my money well. So if you want to see my office room or maybe even get some content creation room ideas, please do carry on watching. So when I do pans, you'll be able to see the room in like its full 360. I think I'm going to start at this boring side of the room and work my way round to the desk. So here is like my filming equipment storage space. It's perfect because the mirror goes here, which means that it blocks out all of the crap behind it. So I have like this huge reflector, which is great for bouncing around light, obviously, which I'm still learning how to do properly. I'll link everything below, by the way. And then in the back, there is a pink steamer. I was actually on set with a stylist and I was like, please tell me the best steamer to get. And she said, I think it's called Plan. I'll link it below, but it's like an industrial one. So that's good. I decided to get it in bright pink. I don't know if you can see it. See that horrible pink thing down there, and I really regret not getting it in a darker colour. But I thought I always get stuff in like black or grey or neutrals, and so let's break out of my habit, and actually I shouldn't have done that. Then I've got a ring light, a softbox, and I've got another softbox, but it's packed down at the moment. But the reason why, let's bring you this way, the reason why everything's so messy is because if I get like a brief through last minute or suddenly it's really sunny, I just want to be able to film content as quickly as possible. So this is just like a random Amazon softbox. I've had these ever since I started creating content, so probably like 4 years ago or something. Ring light in the back, that's from Niwa, and it's good, it's okay, but I've got this real like disdain for studio lights at the moment. I way prefer natural light, but I'm on the ground floor here, plus can you hear his little footsteps? Are you gonna get in your bed? Go on in your basket. No, he just wants to distract. Yeah, I have a real disdain for studio lighting at the moment, particularly when I'm filming content. It just looks very influencery, and I would rather it look kind of natural. I prefer natural light, really. And that's another reason for me converting this room from a spare room, because I just wanted to be like next to a window. So it's a bit of a strange setup. So there's just like jumble here that I need to have access to, but that looks horrible, but it works quite well because this rail here is good for storage. If I have any new in like haul stuff I want to do, it gets hung here, hanged, steamed, and then it's ready to shoot. And it's really good because not only does this rail provide storage for new in stuff, it allows the mirror to lean against it. I've got a really heavy mirror that isn't freestanding, so it leans against this rail, and it's right in the middle of the room, which isn't perfect, but it kind of splits the room up. So I have storage here, shoot space here, which I shall take you to now. So now we're the other side of the rail. So we've got the rail going behind here. This is just like a white board that actually came with my mirror, and I was gonna chuck it out. It was just part of the packaging, and then I was like, it's amazing for reflecting and bouncing light around the room, so I kept it. I had 2 of them in the packaging. So the second one I actually chopped up and I made a mini reflector board, so that when I'm shooting makeup, if I have this under here, it bounces the light up onto my face. I think like having been a model, I realised the power of boards, and you'll often see these in shoot spaces and they'll have one side white and one side black, and it just allows you to play with natural light a bit more, and but without getting studio lights involved. So my mirror will usually rest against here. So this is what it currently looks like. It's so confusing to explain, but I've got the light source here, a plain white wall here behind the wall, and then this mirror goes against that whiteboard that you can see. So I'll put in some example shots here that I've taken, and I just love when the light comes in from the side and kind of casts a shadow on one side but then lightens one side, and I think you can see detail in fabrics a lot better that way, and it just looks kind of like edity. So I like that. This mirror is, I will link it below, it's from Made. It's really expensive. I think it was £350 plus £80 shipping, which is mad. It's so heavy, it's such good quality, and I know that I'll see the money back from when I upload my hauls and outfits and all that kind of stuff. So it's a worthy investment. I think a mirror is just so key. But I'm quite big, like I'm wide and I'm tall, and I just needed a mirror that was big enough. And I honestly searched probably about 3 months for this mirror, and I got it, and I absolutely love it. They did have another one I was looking at from, I want to say Anthropology, and it was £700, and I just thought that's a lot of money to spend on a mirror. So this one seemed relatively cheap in comparison. But it's got a lovely brass finish. I loved the curved edges. It's taller than me, it's wider than me, and it just seemed the perfect size for outfit pictures. So if you're looking for a good mirror and you want to invest, I will link it below. So this is what I mean when I say it's so nice to just have that direct light here. Big mirror here. I can get whole outfit pictures in. There's my little pale feet. And then just have this plain white wall to shoot behind me. I would probably like move this over a bit if I was being really picky, because here I'm too close to the curtains, but that's what it looks like. And you get loads of height in here as well. So I really like it. I will also link what I'm wearing below, because I know I'm probably going to be asked, being a fashion blogger and all. Potentially boring to some people, very interesting to me. This is a smart bulb. I've never had one before. I'll insert some clips of me using it here. It doesn't really do much in the day. I'll just turn it on for you. But the colours and the temperature and the brightness that I can adjust off my phone has been a bit of a game changer. The best thing about the room is that this little guy can join me whilst I work. Can't you, my love? He's so beautiful, so well behaved, yes. Okay, I moved myself over to my desk. I'm on my chair now, and it reminds me, I'm not gonna link this chair below because it's so bad. I think it cost about £70 or £80. I really should have spent more on it. I think I got it from Wayfair, and it's just so bad. It's the lumbar support is like for a shorter person and is non-movable, so it doesn't sit in the small of my back, it sits on like my lower back. The cushioning's really bad. It feels very cheap. I like the mesh back, and I like that there's like this little head thing, but the head doesn't come up high enough. It's not built for a bigger person. So please, please, if you know of a really good quality chair, it doesn't have to look perfect. It's nice if it looks better than some of the other ones out there. I want something a little bit chic, but ultimately ergonomic, designed well, comfortable. I was thinking about a Herman Miller, but like 1,000 to 2,000 on a chair seems ridiculous. I found some on Facebook Marketplace, but they're still like £500, and I just, first of all, you're sat where someone's bottom was for like hours on length. I don't know, I'm rambling, but please, if you know of a good chair, please let me know below. So, desk tour. It looks so much smaller in the monitor than it actually is. Like, this is a very good sized desk. I love it so much. It's probably the thing that I love the most in the room because of how perfectly it fits. It's one of those desks that's just like designed so well. It was £150 first of all. It's not available on Wayfair anymore, which is where I bought it, but I found some really similar ones on Etsy, and I'll link a handful below. Like, they must have been made by the same manufacturer because they're very, very similar and similar price points. I've always loved the idea of an L desk because I wanted to have somewhere that I do my computer stuff and that stays there permanently, or paper work that can actually happen here, and it's just lovely. I also feel so like cozy and like tucked in when I'm on an L desk for some reason. I haven't really ever had my own desk before, let alone working space. So this is so like, I cried a couple of times when I was just like unboxing my mirror, or it's just the amount of progress that's happened in the last year is always gets me really emotional, and I'm not gonna cry on my YouTube. I cry on my Instagram all the time. But yeah, it's just been amazing. So to have this room for me now is like I still haven't really digested it properly. Anyway, enough being soppy. Ali Abdul, one of my favourite YouTubers, somebody who's just hell-bent on productivity. See, did you hear the chair then? It's not wind. Said that you need to have green, be able to see green when you're creating because it really sparks creativity. So I got this terrarium, which I've always wanted. There's something about nature being inside a glass. I don't know whether that's like a control thing, but I think they're so beautiful. This whole thing cost me £20 and I got it from the N1 Garden Centre. So if you're kind of like East, North London, then I would check them out. I think that's really fair for the price, and they built it for me, and it requires 6 to 8 drops a week, and I haven't killed it yet, so I'm really happy with that. Another thing on my desk is my projects book. My sister's got me this for my birthday. It's from the School of Life. It has like a linen cover. It's yellow, which really makes me want to write in it, and I love the fact that all of the pages are dotted instead of lined. So like when I was thinking about buying my mirror, for example, I like drew all the different mirrors to scale because obviously I wasn't able to go and look at them in the shop. So I wanted to get some idea of the scale. And that's how I fill my time, basically. But I really love these for just making myself accountable for like tasks in the day. They're just really beautiful. There's something nice about having like a posh notebook that actually makes you stick to your work and makes you want to work, I think. Next to that are my key glasses. They are blue light glasses. I'm not sure if there's any truth in them, but they definitely look cool. So they're 0 prescription, and they just help cancel out, apparently, the blue light that we see on our screens all the time. I will link these below as well. I think they're quite expensive. They're like £40 from ASOS or something, but they are mega trendy and very East London of me. And next to that is my little pen pot. So just some like coloured pens, because I think it's nice to have a bit of colour in the room, along with my steamer. And hand cream, a lip balm, post-it notes, and this little Energy High Tisserand Pulse Point Rollable, so that if I feel like I'm lacking energy or smell bad, I can just roll that on myself. And I've just kept these in a little old candle jar. But they make, like, all these colours make writing in my School of Life book very satisfying. I thought at the age of 28 I might grow out of, nearly 29 in a couple of weeks, I might grow out of coloured pens and that kind of stuff, but it prevails. And then just in the corner here I have this little light. I'm pretty sure it's from John Lewis. A lot of stuff in the flat is my landlady's, so basically moved in with my own towels and makeup and clothes, and that was it. But it's a really lovely light and it's great for working in the evenings. And then here I have my computer, obviously. My keyboard, which can you see lights up when I touch it, is from Logitech. This is the MX Space Keys for Mac, because I'm working off a Mac M1 laptop, actually brand new, brand spanking new. I thought whilst I was doing the whole office I might as well get a new laptop. My other one was like 6 years old, and I actually donated it to the Hackney scheme that allows you to donate old tech to families who need educational equipment during COVID. So if you are, I think all the London boroughs have them, to be honest, so if you have any old tech to donate, I would massively recommend looking up those schemes and seeing what you can donate where, because the difference that it makes is huge. Don't want to end up crying about, yeah. So after that virtue signal, Logitech Master MX Master 3. I didn't want this to be like a techie video because, to be quite frank, I know nothing about tech. All I know is that I watched hundreds of hours of videos of people who I trust and people who are at the top of their game in terms of like editing content usually. So I tried to just look at the products that came up time and time again and bit the bullet and bought those. Pretty much all of my tech now is from John Lewis, so I'll link these below. As well as the Samsung monitor. I was like, didn't know anything about it, and to fill you in on my personal life, I'm dating somebody who is very techie, works at Google, so I really trust his opinion, and he basically influenced this whole room and helped me with every single purchase, because there are so many different elements that need to fit together, like, you know, how much weight can this take? Is this really going to be enough pixels for me? Refresh rate, all this kind of stuff that I didn't know anything about. The screen is great, another fairly pricey John Lewis purchase, but it was just one of those things that, like, if it speeds up my editing and I'm able to edit videos like this on YouTube faster, better, I will be more inclined to create more. So every single thing is very well thought out and is definitely investment in me creating more, producing more, higher quality, and also enjoying it as well. I really edited YouTube videos and Instagram content and all that sort of malarkey on my laptop since I began. Propping this up is this, I'm pretty sure it's Amazon Basics. I'll check my purchase history, but it's just like a really basic arm with a mount on the back, a Visa mount, and it lies pretty much flush against the wall because this room isn't big enough for me to have a really wide desk, and so I needed something that was going to be like all the way back, if that makes sense. A lot of planning went into making sure that everything looked really nice but was functional and didn't take up too much space in the room, because once this desk starts shifting out, it takes up shoot space. Then above my desk I've got a couple of books. This is just my landlady's, a scented candle from my mum in my stocking. Wonder Boom was another thing that I bought in my like tech John Lewis haul. I haven't ever had my own speaker, so these are incredible. These are the ultimate ears. They are waterproof, they are so light, so they'll be phenomenal for taking on holiday. I think they were like in and around £100, but they are so powerful. So I love playing podcasts through them, or whilst I work, like, is it called inaugural or binaural beats? But I have some really good working playlists that I love listening to. And then I've got a little picture up here of me and my Barbies at Shoreditch House. I can't even remember how long ago this was, but we're in knitwear, so this is probably 2019 winter. God, I miss it. And then up here I've got just like my laptop box, and the joke is like, you can throw away your laptop box now, but I'm just gonna keep it for a while. And that's pretty much like the room that you can see. I'm just going to show you my under desk storage, because that was something that I thought about for a really long time as well. I thought I would actually show you my M1 as well, because this just powers my whole entire life. Space grey, I believe. And I mean, I don't know a huge amount about tech, but apparently this is the biggest leap Apple have ever made in terms of their technology. I got the MacBook Pro, but there is a MacBook just M1 normal that costs, I think, $999, which is amazing. It's very light, obviously. I think the battery time is the biggest difference for me, and also when I edit, in terms of how quickly it processes things. This with my solid state drive together, they are just a beautiful, beautiful pair. Added to the fact I then edit on this huge screen, just makes the whole process for me, honestly, such a pleasure. Two of my favorite things underneath the desk: organization and this little fella. You are just looking so beautiful. Look at you, you're so gorgeous. I think he really loves just sitting in here and being around me when I work, and I love him being down there, and he just starts snoring and snoozing, and it's so cute. Are you a good boy? Yes, you are, my love. Yes. How gorgeous. Good Buster. Anyway, okay, so it doesn't look mega clean, and there's lots of wires here, but there's like no wires up here, which was really important for me. So underneath, there are a few things that are really important. This tray, I'll try and link this mesh thing below, by the way. This tray is so good for putting my laptop on. So the laptop will go here and then connect via a dongle that goes into the back of the monitor, because it's all USB-C on the new Mac M1. I also have, like, this won't be very interesting to you, but it's a solid state drive. This was very expensive, but it stores all of my stuff on, and I think it's like maybe a terabyte, but the fact it's solid state means my workflow has increased so much. The speed at which I edit and the pleasure induced from being able to edit fast, like there's no scrubbing issues when I'm using Final Cut. I know that there's going to be enough space on the solid state, and my old external hard drive wasn't solid state, and just packed in one day and I did lose some stuff, so that was really annoying. So in here, yeah, it's messy. There's just my cable strip with all my power and like USB. This is my dongle. This is just like an Amazon one, but just like the most essential thing ever. I'll link the one that I have below because I was just searching for the right dongle for ages and I just wish someone had told me which one to get. And then my iPad is in here as well. Slightly nicer and neater down here. This is my stationery drawer. I also have a label maker, garment debobbler, a bit random, tape measure, huge like box of pens and a lighter for candles and scissors and spare post-it notes and all that kind of stuff. And then here I actually have like loads of different cards because I'm always forgetting like birthdays last minute and all that kind of stuff, so I just bulk bought a load of different cards. They're handmade from Etsy, so they're really lovely. Here's like my tech drawer, so I have my wires in here, my plugs in here, any like random Allen keys from building the furniture, things like that. I've got a couple of fitness watches and what do you call, like adapters? Yeah, that's the one. An old iPhone I need to sell as well. I'm just worried like who's going to find my nudes and stuff once they get the phone. That's a joke, but kind of not really. So that's this little area here. And then this bottom drawer is smaller tripods, my camera case. Yeah, just other ways for me to like hold my phone depending on the situation or camera. There's probably about, oh god, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tripods in here, battery chargers, that kind of thing as well. But this little mesh unit is just like, I really love how kind of industrial it is. I can see everything but also not see it, and I just love like just how clean is that. I absolutely love the cleanliness. Like even now I'm a bit anxious about these wires here. I've been filming on it the whole time, but this tripod is sturdy and tall. He's just chilling down there. But if you're a tall person, this is so perfect. This isn't even at fully extended. And I just wanted something sturdy, affordable, that had a really good height on it because I found just a lot of the tripods weren't tall enough for me. It's great. I absolutely love it. So with everything else, as with everything else, it will be linked down below. So I hope you really enjoyed my little office tour. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. If you have any suggestions for the room, particularly chairs recommendations, but any suggestions or you think that something could be done in a better way, love constructive criticism, please do leave a comment below. Or if you think there's anything missing, I'm like mad for making purchases at the moment. It's the only excitement I can get in life. Everything will be linked down below. Thank you so much for supporting my channel as well. I cannot believe how quickly it's growing. I feel like we're on like 1,000 last year. And now I just feel like we're approaching 10K so quickly. So thank you so much if you have subscribed. And if you haven't, but you still watch the videos, thank you so much as well. Let me know if there are any other videos you'd like to see. I definitely have a flat tour coming up. If you are somebody who wants to start out doing like content creation, you might get a few ideas. Or if you're somebody who just really deserves a workroom, I cannot tell you the difference that it has made to my life. It's so phenomenal to have this room now. I think I'm probably going to move out of this flat in the next like 6 months to a year, and I definitely am going to look for a 2-bed because having this second kind of bedroom converted into a studio has been invaluable to my life. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.